Children, now see the another important feature that is ears of animals. I told you clearly, not all the animals have external ears that is visible outside, only some animals. Animal ears can unbelievably large like African elephant or very tiny like gerbil's ears. So African elephant. Children, have you seen the elephant ears anytime? Yes. And African elephant has very large ears. Usually the elephants have large ears, but African elephant has very large ears. That means animals ears also changes from small animal to the big animal. So it might be a large like African elephant or small, very tiny like gerbils. Large ears. Gerbils. Very tiny. Tiny means children. Small. Very tiny. A horse ears are the same size and dogs have diverse ears. So now let's see. Horse ears. A horse ears. Okay. Horse's ears. Horse's ears size is same. And now let's go for the dog. Have diverse. Diverse means different ears. The shape of outer ear can improve its functionality. For example, the long ears of hare help it to increase the range of hearing to avoid predators. So here even the size of the external ears also improve its functionability. If you'll observe the hare, like rabbit, hare is also like a rabbit, children. It has a long ears. So why this? What is the use of these long ears? Yes, the long ears of hare help it to increase the range of hearing to avoid predators. If any predators comes from the long distance, even that sound can be audible to these long ears. That is how it can be escaped from that place. Elephants have large external ears to hear and to fan themselves. So this is how the elephants have large external ears to hear and to fan themselves. Donkeys, rabbits and giraffes also have big ears. Donkeys. What is this, children? Donkeys, rabbits and giraffes. Donkeys, rabbits and giraffes also have big ears. Although the hippopotamus is a big animal, hippopotamus. What is that, children? Hippopotamus. It is a big animal, but it has small ears. See, this topic is telling how the ears will be varying. If you observe the African elephant, it has a large ears. Gabriel's, it's very tiny. Horse ears are same size. Dog has diverse ears. Hares are long ears. That long ears help the hare to detect the sound even it is a distant place from the enemy and automatically escape. Donkeys, rabbits and giraffes have big ears. Hippopotamus, though it is a big animal, it has small ears. Okay. Children, you have seen the ears of different animals like elephant. Okay. Next one, horse. Next one is donkeys, rabbits and giraffe. Let us see some more animals which do not have external ears. Many birds, reptiles and fishes do not have visible outer ears. So, reptiles, birds and fishes These three group of animals do not have the outer ears. We have outer ears. These ears are called external ears. If you'll observe the reptiles, children, can you give me two examples of reptiles? Lizards, snakes, crocodiles. These are reptiles. They do not have outer ears. Next one, birds. If you take any bird, like a hen or ostrich, or you can go for crow, sparrow, pigeon, any bird do not have the outer ears, which are called external ears. Now fishes also, they do not have outer ears. So reptiles, birds and fishes do not have outer ears. They have well developed middle and inner ears. So these three do not have outer ears, whereas these reptiles, birds and fishes, these three group will have the middle ear and inner ears are well developed. Middle and inner ears are well developed. As they do not have outer ears, but they have the hearing capacity because of these middle and inner ears. Birds have tiny holes on both sides of their heads. If you observe any bird, these birds have tiny holes. So here birds have tiny means very small children. They have tiny holes on either side of the head. These are covered with feathers. So feathers are very common for a bird, and these holes are present on either side of the head, but these holes are not visible to us. We can't see. Why? Because they are covered with feathers. Birds are known for their melodious calls, which they use to communicate with other birds, so they must have great hearing. What do you mean by melodious calls? So here see, melodious. See children, everyone likes the sound of a bird. If you observe the koel, myna or any bird, they will make the beautiful music with their mouths. Yes or no? So they communicate with other birds. For example, if you take a crow, it makes a sound ka, ka. That means we can't understand the meaning of that, how it communicates with other birds. But definitely it gives a signal to the other bird. But for ourselves, we just hear the sound ka and ka, but the other birds can understand it is giving a warning signal or it is communicating something else. So they have good hearing capacity. Lizards also have small holes on their heads. So like birds, even the lizards, children, you know the lizards are the animals that are present present everywhere. The wall lizards are there. In the forest also lizards will be present. In the deserts also the lizards will be present. But these lizards also have tiny holes on their head. Invertebrate animals. Next one is invertebrate animals. Invertebrate animals. Children, what do you mean by invertebrate animals? So the animals which do not possess or do not contain vertebral column. So the animals which do not possess vertebral column, like backbone. We have backbone, no children? But some of the animals, they do not have the backbone or vertebral column, those are called as invertebrate animals. Invertebrate animals such as insects and sea creatures do not have ears at all. So insects and sea animals. Sea creatures means sea animals. So the animals which are present in the sea are called as sea animals, and the insects, they do not have, so here they do not have ears at all. They do not have ears. So this is very interesting thing, that some of the animals do not have external ears. Some of the animals like insects and sea creatures, they do not have ears at all. So here some like sponges. What are those, children? Sponges. Some like sponges. So these are the group of animals which belongs to invertebrates only, and these are the ancient animals, very primitive animals, starting animals. You know that we are human beings. We have different organs. We have well developed different organs like external and internal organs. We have heart for pumping the blood. We have intestine, pancreas and stomach for digestion, and we have kidneys for excretion. Like that, so many systems are organized in our body, whereas the lower organisms like protozoa, like amoeba, sponges, hydra, all these animals, they do not have well developed systems. So in that case, the sponges, as taken example here. So here sponges are primitive simple animals that do not need hearing, smell or taste senses, and therefore they lack those sense organs. So this is very, they do not need taste sense. Children, we have a taste sense, yes or no? We can taste like different substances. There are different tastes, children, like sweet, sour, bitter, yes or no? So all these are the different tastes, and we can sense with the help of our tongue. We have 5 sense organs: eyes, nose, ears, tongue and skin. But these sponges, as they are ancient animals, these are lower organisms, are primitive animals, they do not need these senses like taste, smell and hearing. That is why they also do not have ears. They also do not have ears, and therefore they lack the sense organs, as they do not require, as they do not need hearing, smell or taste senses, therefore they lack these sense organs. So once again I repeat the ears of animals for the last time. Here see, animal ears can unbelievably large like an African elephant. If you will observe the African elephant, usually the elephants have large ears, no doubt in that, but African elephant have very large ears, and sometimes the ears will be very tiny like gerbil's ears. And horse ears are the same size, and dogs have different ears. The shape of the outer ear can improve its functionality. For example, the long ears of the hare or the rabbit help it to increase the range of hearing to avoid the enemies or predators. Elephants have large external ears to hear and to fan themselves, and donkeys, rabbits and giraffes also have big ears, and hippopotamus, although it is a big animal, but it has small ears. Many birds, reptiles and fishes do not have outer ears, but they have well developed, yes, middle and inner ears. That is why, as the middle and inner ears are well developed, they can hear the things or the sounds. Next one, birds have tiny holes on their head, but those are not visible to us because they are covered with feathers. Like birds, lizards also have holes on the head. Next one, you can call the birds, they can communicate with the different sounds. Yes or no? With the melodious music. That is the reason they should have the ears, but here the birds do not have outer ears, but they have well developed middle and inner ears. And next one, invertebrate animals such as insects and sea animals do not possess, the outer ears. What are invertebrates? Those do not have vertebral column. And some animals like sponges are very primitive, that means they are very old and they do not need the hearing, taste and smell, okay, senses. That is why they lack these sense organs. Okay. Children, now let's see another feature, which is body hair. If you will observe, children, we have hair. We have hair on the different parts of the body. Yes or no? We have hair on the head, we have hair on the skin. Yes or no? But let us see, all the animals have hair or not. So body hair of the animals also is one of the important feature. The body of an animal is also covered with skin, just like our body. So just like our body, we have skin, children. The animal body is also covered with skin. The skin has hair. So the skin of an animal has hair. Yes or no? Yes. The skin has hair. Some animals like yaks. So you can see the figure of the yak with its long hair. Okay, in the page number 71. Musk oxen. What is that? Musk oxen. Some animals like yaks, musk oxen and bears have long hair and bears. These animals have long hair, children. Children, have you observed the bear any time when you visited the zoo or somewhere? It is the animal which is black in color usually, and it has thick hair, long hair, like that musk oxen also having that dense and thick hair and long hair. Even the yak is also, you can observe the figure. Okay, long hair on the skin, long hair on the skin. And next one, they live in very cold areas. These yaks, musk oxen and bears, they live, so these live in very cold areas. If you will observe, some animals live in moderate climatic areas, some animals live in hot areas like deserts, some animals live in cold areas. So these musk oxen, bears and yaks live in cold areas. Why these animals have long hair or thick hair or dense coat of hair means, as they live in cold areas, there the climatic conditions are different. The temperature is very low. If you will observe here also, we have 3 seasons: summer, winter and rainy. And you can observe that the temperature varies according to the seasons here also. In summer, the temperature is very high. That is the reason no one comes out in the month of May. Yes or no? During afternoons. During evenings, as the temperature slowly downs, yes, everyone will come out. But during afternoons, no one will come out. Why? Because at that time, during summer, we will be having the scorching heat. Okay? Like that, if you go for winter during December and January, and even the month of November also, November end also, we will shiver. Yes or no? Yes or no, children? Okay. Why do we shiver? Why? Because the temperature slowly decreases. As the temperature decreases, automatically we will shiver, and at that time we will wear sweaters. Okay, and during rainy season also, the temperature will be different. Yes, the temperature in the rainy season, it won't be like summer season, it won't be like winter season. As the temperature is moderate, but we feel cold due to the water, due to the rain. And we will wear raincoats. And during summer, we will prefer air conditioned rooms and or at least we will keep coolers. In the villages, if you'll observe, everyone, when there is very heat, everyone likes to sit under a tree. Yes or no? Like that. Even the animals also lives in different climatic areas. The three examples which are on the board, like yak, musk oxen and bears, they have thick dense coat of hair. This hair prevents the loss of heat from the body. How it prevents the loss of heat from the body? Due to the long hair. And this long hair protects the animal from cold conditions. And next one, animals like cows and buffaloes have short hair as they don't live in cold areas. These animals like cows and buffaloes, you know very well. Have you seen children, cows and buffaloes? Yes. But if you observe the skin of the animals like cows and buffaloes, the hair is not long or thick or dense coated. It is very short. Why? Because those animals will not be living in the cold areas. Those animals will be living in the normal, moderate climatic areas only. So, short hair like cows and buffaloes, animals like cows and buffaloes. Animals like cows and buffaloes have short hair. Short hair. The different colored hair on an animal's skin gives different designs on their skin. Yes, if you observe the cheetah or leopard, the color of the skin is different. If you observe the buffalo, the color of the skin is different, and cow, the color of skin is different. So here the statement is telling that the different colored hair on the animal skin give different designs. The leopard has spots on its body. Leopard. It's a ferocious animal. Has spots. Leopards have spots on their body. Leopards have spots on their body. And the tiger has striped coat. Like the stripes will be present. If you observe the tiger, the skin will be having the stripes. So this is called a striped coat. So the tiger will be having striped coat. Next one, this helps them to hide in bushes to chase their prey. So here the spots which are present on the leopard, the stripes which are present on the skin of the tiger helps them to hide in the bushes so that animals will come there without knowing these animals are present there, and automatically these animals will catch that animal and eat. So next one, all animals do not have hair on their bodies. Yes, fishes and snakes have scales. Children, if you will observe the fish, when you will go to a market to purchase the fish with your father or mother or any adult, you observe that the person who sells the fish to you removes the skin with a sharp brush. So what will come out? Yes, those are called as scales. Fishes and snakes. Fishes and snakes have scales. These are not hair. Fishes and snakes have scales on their bodies. Usually the animals which have external ears also have hair on their bodies. Like human beings, we have external ears. Not only ourselves, you can go for leopard, you can go for tiger. The animals which have outer ears, they have hair on their body. So once again I repeat here, see, the body of an animal is covered with the skin just like ours. Some animals like yaks, musk oxen and bears have thick or dense coated or long hair so that they can prevent the cold climatic conditions with this long hair. And animals like cow and buffaloes have very short hair, no doubt in that, as they are not living in the cold climatic regions. The different colored hair on an animal skin gives different designs. Like leopards have spots and tigers have striped coat. They help them to hide in the bushes to chase their prey. All animals do not have hair. The best example is fishes and snakes. They have scales. The animals which have external ears have hair on their bodies. Okay.